And there's a story in the Wall Street Journal today that says that about 700,000 Facebook users back in 2012 were part of a psychological experiment that the company had allowed people to move things, putting things in their newsfeed, manipulating their newsfeed, either putting in more positive stories and seeing how they reacted, then putting in more negative stories in other people's feeds and seeing how they reacted. It was part of a social experiment that nobody told the users they were part of. And I just wonder, this is something that has sparked outrage. As an investor, you think this is a smart move?
Well, I can't really comment on Facebook, given my colleague Peter Thiel is on the board there. I actually haven't read this story. It's quite early out here on the West Coast. I will check it out. I will say that companies oftentimes do A/B test things with users. That's not uncommon at all.
What
it happens all the time.
Is it? What's it called?
A/B testing. So you would test placement of various things across all sorts of different consumer internet companies do this all the time. You would test where to place an ad unit, what items to prioritize in somebody's feed. This is a very common practice. That's how companies optimize their UIs. And so I don't think that's an unusual thing. But
this is research that was published in the March issue of the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. It sounds like this is something that's a little beyond just testing to see if ads work. Obviously, you haven't read the story yet, so you can't comment more on it. But let's just put it into hypotheticals. If you are allowing other scientists to come in and test your users and check out things, maybe do a cool psychological experiment that you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't have such massive numbers of users, I don't know. It seems to me like it'd be in the best interest of maybe letting your users know and then decide if they'd like to be a part of that experiment.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to sort of see what all the data is there, and I don't have any of the data, so can't comment on that.